Ow!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Wardcast, your weekly source for video game news, machinima, and survival horror discussion, updates on the Ward, and more. I'm your host, Sean Clark, alongside Jazz Rich. Alex Funnel.
I already forgot.
Oh, wow.
My pronouns are vibrating dead grandmas.
And Carmen De La Cruz.
Hello. And hello.
And goodbye. Forever. This week we're talking about Hellblade 2 taking a disappointing turn, Ubisoft not wanting you to own video games, Xbox going multi-platform, and more. But first, how was your week, Jazz?
Week. Good.
Great.
Are you sure?
I think. I mean, I worked. I went back to work after a week of vacation, did all of my things on Monday. So the rest of the week I was just like finding things to do and doing them. So it was pretty good. I mean, but I still really like my job. So there's still not that like, oh, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. Like I still love that. And then was playing some stuff after. I played some PUBG as usual. I don't think I played a new game. I mean, I got a new game, or maybe more than one. I don't remember. But I haven't played it yet. Hello there.
Hello there.
I don't think I played a new game. I didn't get more of that the Beast Inside. I didn't play more Solstice. I found a way to plug in my Switch so that it can reach the back of the TV and everything. So it's all set up now. It's got its own little shelf. There. Yeah, there. Because like the problem was where it was before. Now the PS5 is there, so I was gonna put it here with my record player, but it didn't reach, and that plug was just occupied by my like router thing. But now I have a like adapter, so
Nice.
So my room is a mess, but at least my consoles are all plugged in and happy. Yeah, and I can't show you the game I have because it's digital. I got it because Sean said it looks amazingly terrible. So we're gonna play some prison life simulator. Gonna be prisoner at some point. I ordered that was weird. I ordered a couple of things, so I'm waiting for those to get here. So I will have some show and tells soon. But right now, I don't really have anything. Like I'm running out of show and tells because I keep showing everything all at once, which is stupid. I shouldn't do that. So I guess I showed you my setup. That was my setup. My show and tell. Here, let me show you my canoe. This is my canoe. It has a bear. And it says Canada, and it cost me $2.
I can barely believe it.
Wow. And it's a Soniers. It's a souvenir of that time that I was in Canada just now.
That one time. I
have a whole bunch of little knickknacks on here. Like it's just covered in knickknacks, but like only one of them is not from Canada. And that's a little shot glass, little beer stein shot glass from Germany that Beth got me.
Germany.
Yeah, Germany. But it's cool because it's like a little. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And that's pretty much it because I honestly don't think I did much of anything this week, and if I did, it wasn't worth noting. Yeah. Or I forgot. Carmen, how was your that?
My that was good. It was decent. Again, in place of job, I've just been helping family, and that's the long and short of it. Not too much went on. I think the last time I played a console game or any kind of game that Sean would think is a real game was, I think we had a marathon. I think all three of us had a marathon, I think last Saturday for PUBG. um,
That's a marathon.
or Sunday or something. And since then, I haven't really played much. I have been watching more Xena, and yeah, did that. There is a game that I've been playing all yesterday and today that I like. It is a gotcha game. It's mobile.
God damn it.
You're kicking her out every time she says
It's a dating sim.
God damn it.
And for some reason, it reminds me of Pokemon Go.
You don't date Pokemon, right?
Son of a.
No,
Yes,
you don't. You I thought you would date an android, but you don't. So far, it's it's called Love in Deep Space. I don't know if I mentioned the title yet, but it is it's in the far-flung future, and you're a hunter that hunts these monsters that are just, I guess, kind of
Hunter.
causing havoc around the town. And yeah, and you have so far as I know 3 guys that you could like date and like that come into the story. And like one of them's a doctor that's like a magic user. I think they're all magic users. But one of them's a doctor who's a magic user. The other's this mysterious guy who I think is going to turn out to be like one of the bad guys in disguise, but doesn't want to tell you. It's so beautiful. They're so cute. It has like storyline and it's really good, but at the same time, it's ridiculous. I can't explain it. I wanted to put up some screenshots, but it is just visually stunning. And you can alter one weird creepy thing is that you can alter the pitch and huskiness and tone of your main character's voice. And I've never seen that done before. But it basically you're auto-tuning your character's voice to make it sound more to the way that you like. So during character creation and everything. And so I could have, had her like all the way down here or whatever if I wanted. But I don't know. It's weird. And the character creation, they have different skin tones, different eye colors, different hair colors, but it's very clearly, I think, either Japanese or Korean. It's very clearly Asian, and trying to like tweak all the different things to make my character look halfway not Asian was kind of a challenge, trying to kind of, but it's good and I love it, and that's all. And I wish I could show you. But I have not really any show and tells either, except I've been collecting little things from McDonald's. Anybody remember when Happy Meal toys were good?
Is that a Furby?
It is a Squishmallow. Okay. Anybody remember when Happy Meal toys were good? I have Squishmallows instead of pillows. So I have giant Squishmallows. Now I have pocket-sized Squishmallows. And the only thing that would have made these better is if they were keychains so that you can like hang them onto stuff.
Oh my God.
Yay! And so that's my week.
All I wanted was cheeseburger and some chicken nuggets.
I just got this shit.
I had chicken nuggets each time. But
That's the
Alec,
real
how was
Happy
your
Meal.
week?
Yeah, I've had an exciting week. So let's talk about gaming first. I played PUBG, big shocker.
Ham.
I played a new to me game, which I have with me is WWE 2K23, because you can't see him.
What's the matter, huh, bitch?
it's been a while since I played a 2K WWE game, so so far I've just been dabbling with the creations and that kind of stuff, and so I was actually kind of impressed, like how many different things you can do creative wise. So like, maybe. But funny enough, as I got it only this week, as I went to the game store to go get it, the guy literally said, "Oh, they're announcing some bits for 2K24 in a week." I was like, "Huh, great." But never mind. I did get it for a reason, and that is to play with somebody specific. So I have been on 2 dates this week. The first date was watching Wonka, which was not my usual thing, but it was fine. He wanted to watch it. I was okay with it. When I got bored, I just looked at him. So yeah, I didn't mind Wonka. I could have done without the fucking musical, but yeah. And I didn't like the whole Hugh Grant playing Oompa Loompa thing. It's just like, why couldn't they just hire a midget
A
actor
real
He
Oompa
wanted
Loompa.
the money. He literally said that he went on record that he did that movie for the money.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. He looked like he phoned it in. So yeah, that was crap. That was all right. And so yesterday, I had a second date, which wasn't planned really, because we were supposed to have a second date at the end of this month. But yeah, we ended up watching Mean Girls yesterday.
Was it good?
Another fucking musical. Which was fine because, like, I didn't care as long as I got to spend time with him. I didn't mind what we were watching. I did enjoy the kind of Halloween scene in the film. It was kind of cool. Like the 3 main characters kind of looking at each other, and then all the other characters in the party just like slowly twitching to something. It's like, oh, that was kind of cool. But
Thriller?
yeah. No, it wouldn't have been Thriller. They couldn't afford the rights to that song. Yeah. I only really kind of thought might be alright because Tina Fey was in it. So, like, yeah. I kind of like Tina Fey in 30 Rock. So, yeah. But then yesterday, after the film, after KFC, my date asked me if I wanted to be his boyfriend. And I said yes, so I am no longer single.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Good for you, Alec.
Yeah. It's only been since fucking April. But
That hurt my hand.
this does bring me to my show and tell. It's not... I kind of guess it's 2, so I showed the other one, but he got me this yesterday. It's a cute little teddy bear.
Aw,
Aw, bag.
Yeah.
is that a koala bear or teddy bear?
It's a bag.
It's a koala bag.
Aw.
It's a defaultive and faulty teddy bear because he's got his heart on the outside. I don't think it's going to survive much longer.
Actually, your bears can't live with your heart on the outside.
Mm.
But that's
Actually,
But yeah, it's been
Valentine's
super
Day
sweet.
came early this year.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be working all day Valentine's Day, so yeah. Who gives a shit about Valentine's Day? So yeah. So yeah, Sean, how was your week?
Hello. I also saw Mean Girls.
What did you think of it?
Opinions?
You know, it was all right. It wasn't bad. I was shocked. But yeah, I also watched the original again because I hadn't seen it in a while. And I might actually like the new one a little bit more than the original. They did
Oh
a
my
pretty good
God.
job. They did a pretty good job. I finished season 1 of X-Files and starting season 2. Watching Tacoma FD, which is stupid but funny. I went back to Silent Hill Ascension because I hate myself. I made it like more than halfway through. I just want to see how it plays out, just so that I can shit on it more. I might as well, but it just sucks because like I keep like there's gaps between when I watch it and then I have to like rewatch it because I forgot what happened because it's so forgettable. So I've been like rewatching the same parts of it over and over again, and it's like I'm torturing myself. It's great. I tried to play A Plague Tale Requiem, but for some reason I guess my monitor doesn't like something about the game. Like every time I try to boot the game, I lose picture. The
Too many rats.
screen goes like completely black, and then like I can hear the audio, but there's no picture. Like my I have multiple inputs going into my monitor. I have the PlayStation 5 and my PC. So it's like when it doesn't recognize an input, it'll default to like the monitor to my PC. So like I try to play it and it just goes black for a little bit and then it switches over to my PC output. So I don't know
Before
if
you can
it
get in the game?
doesn't like the refresh rate of the monitor, or there's got to be some kind of output discrepancy or something. I don't know. I've never seen that happen before. No other game has ever done that to me, so I don't really know what's causing it. But yeah, I can't play it.
Can you look up online?
I tried.
Wait.
There's nothing. There's
So
similar
it's coming
issues
from your
reported
PS5,
by computer, but in terms of like PS5, there's nothing. No one seems to be experiencing
I got it.
this.
I got it.
So,
I got it. Open up your PS5 settings and lower them from the menu. The
lower what?
I think it allows you to change the
No, PS5 is not like a PC. You can just lower the settings.
no. There's something. Hold on. I'm gonna
You can
Google it.
switch the resolution, which I tried,
Yeah.
but that's it.
Sean, you don't have like a TV?
No, I do. It's just like it's a pain in the ass. I'd have to disconnect my PS4 and I mean I guess I can, but I don't know. It's more convenient to have my PS5 like by my computer, and because then I can do other things when I'm playing games, like in between, like when we're playing PUBG or whatever. Like I can do things on my computer, like in between rounds and stuff. But the main thing is I need it over here so like I can capture game footage and whatnot. But
Maybe the
I don't
game's
know.
just too pretty for your monitor.
I'll move it over at some point to play that game specifically. It's just dumb. Like, why that one game? What does that one game do that no other game does visually? Like, I don't. It's weird.
It makes Jazz quiet.
Yeah.
It's garbage.
All the rats. There's a lot.
But yeah, I was excited. I even watched a YouTube video to catch me up on the first one because it had been a while since I played it, and I was all pumped and ready to go. And I booted it up, and the game was like, nah, nah, bruh. But yeah, so instead, I'm continuing my Yakuza quest. Now that I have completed the platinum on Kiwami, I'm going for the Yakuza 0 platinum, which I don't know how it's going to go because from what I understand, 0 is more difficult than Kiwami. And I barely made it through that. So I don't know. I'm going to try it and see how it goes. If it's too ridiculous, I'll probably just run through the rest of the game and come back to it in like 10 years. But we'll see. I really, really want to platinum all the Yakuza games, but they're so hard to platinum. But we'll see. I'm going to try it. What else? Oh, and one thing that's kind of disappointing is I know none of you guys play Yakuza, but for anyone that has or does, it's a little disappointing that 0, like, to my knowledge, it's the first Yakuza game to ever do this, but there's a bunch of cutscenes that it's just like, I don't even know how to explain it. It boils down to basically stills. There's like, it's weird. It's like the character models are in frame. and they're not just images, but the character models are like frozen in place. Like they have them, like their eyebrows are moving and like they have mild facial expressions and stuff. So it's not like they just took screenshots and put them in a cutscene. But they don't move their lips when they're talking. They don't have animations. They're not gesturing when they're speaking. It's like an in between. It's like, oh well, we're gonna have the characters look like they're alive and in the cutscene, but they're not gonna emote or talk or like I don't know. It's just really weird. Like why? It's a weird way to go about it. I guess it's like a in between. It's like we don't want it to be cheap and just still images, but we don't want to spend the time and effort to animate the character models. So we'll just do this weird like in between. I don't know. It's very strange. But just the fact that they did that makes it feel like really cheap. It feels like a budget title almost, which is kind of disappointing.
Do you think they, The Walking Dead Destiny's got that inspiration from that?
Oh God. I want to play that game just because it's so terrible. I'm curious. God damn it, Michael. Exoprimal is garbage and you know this. What? Diz? What is this shit? Kiwami is just more stiff? How? Explain yourself.
Yes, explain the stiffness. I want to.
No, don't do it. But yeah, aside from the weird cutscene thing that they did, combat feels really good. Like they tweaked it a little bit. It plays a little bit better, I feel like, than Kiwami did. It's a little smoother. Story's good. It's cool to see after playing all these games with the main character Kiryu. It's cool to see like a younger version of him in the 80s. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, it's a good game.
Good game.
And PUBG. Played PUBG a little bit with you guys and
Got some ham. Take some cam.
And I think that's it. Show and tell. I got this thingy. To the Devil May Cry 5th Anniversary Collector's Edition.
Crying Devils.
And like technically they're all brand new. Like that's not one and 2 are sealed. But like 3 when I bought it, 3 came in like a what is it called? Greatest Hits version, where it's got like this shitty red label, and that bugged the shit out of me. But in the collector's edition, it was the special edition version of this game, which comes with the extra content. So like I wanted that version. I wanted the Greatest Hits version because it had the extra content. But later down the road, I found out that they made like a second printing or something like that, where they had the special edition that doesn't have the Greatest Hits label, so it's got the black label like this one. So I got rid of my sealed copy and traded it for the black label version, but I kind of regret that because I feel like I'd rather just have the sealed copy of it, but I don't know. I just wanted it to look all pretty and consistent, but now technically I feel like the box set is like incomplete because it's like, I don't know. It's a nitpick, I guess. It's my OCD going against me, I guess. But I'll never have to open those. Like I would have had all 3 sealed that I would have never had to open, but now I've got 2 of the 3. Because I also have the Devil May Cry collectors, or not collection, HD collection on PS4, and I got the collection on Xbox 360. So I've got the HD upscaled versions of all the games. So like, there's no reason for me to ever play it on the PS2. So just would have been nice. What?
The only reason I play it on the PS2 is for the cheats for like Game Shark for you guys and like Action Replay for me, and then cheats on it.
What does that even allow you to do?
Oh, it's like so you don't have to worry about health and like infinite devil trigger and all that stuff. You can just blitz through it and do what you want, kind of thing.
Michael asked if I'm going to be buying Alyssa again. We'll see.
You gotta buy Diz.
No, not that Alyssa. The video game Alyssa. I
This is a video game?
probably will to get the trophies, but I'm gonna wait a little bit and see if they do a physical version. But we shall see. But yeah,
Shall see.
Devil May Cry games are good games,
Yeah, yeah,
except
yeah.
for DMC. That's not so great.
I
But
say yeah, but I haven't actually played them.
You haven't
I thought you
played
were gonna
any
say
of them?
DMC2.
I have them. I installed them. I just haven't gotten around to actually trying them.
I don't know if you're gonna like them.
I don't know either.
I hope
Might
you
be a
like
bit
them,
dated.
but I don't know. You have to let me know when you play them.
Does Alec like them?
I do.
They're probably not good games.
Wow.
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 Alec doesn't like good games.
2 is garbage.
I like to.
You
Fuck
would.
you. Do
You
not.
would.
Aren't
You
they what
shit-
hardcore was
You
supposed
shit
to
on
be?
all these good games, but you're telling me that Devil May Cry 2 is good. Come on. Come on.
Dante's
You're better
hot
than
in
this.
2. He's hot in 2, so that's my excuse. And the
Oh wow,
infected chocolate
see,
music.
I knew it.
No.
It's not because it's a good game. It's because Dante.
Well, yeah, that and the infected chopper music. That's awesome.
The infected chocolate music.
Infected chopper. So there's a mission where you're being chased by
Let me
It
just turn my
infected
headphones up a bit more.
a helicopter type thing. So
Literally heard the infected chocolate music. I was like, this
That would be
game's- What
better.
the fuck is this game?
That would be better. I'd rather fight infected chocolate than infected tanks and choppers and dumb
As
shit.
long as it has
That game
chocolate
is
music.
so uninspired. I don't like it.
It's not in there.
It's garbage.
Cabbage,
You can run on the walls. That was kind of fun for like 10 mints.
like a giraffe.
Wow. Yeah, apparently. But yeah, that was my week. We got lots of news to get into, so we'll go ahead and dive into the news.
Noose. No.
are we actually gonna watch it this time?
A little bit.
I thought
Ah,
about it.
damn.
I thought about it. It's been a minute since we watched all of it, but it is very long.
I wanted to see things burst into. You could speed it up. Wah, 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 wah.
Michael says, I like Devil May Cry for combat and music. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, the music's actually pretty good in all of them, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Why'd you say it like that?
Nah.
I don't remember a whole lot of the music in the first one, but from 2 on, I remember it being pretty good.
Oh no, one had pretty good songs in it. News.
Whoa, whoa. Anti-cheating tech is being introduced to Call of Duty games. I feel like we've talked about this a couple of times, but apparently this is something different.
Right. Okay.
Activision has issued a warning to cheaters using aim assist. A new anti-cheat program called Ricochet has been implemented on PC copies of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, and Warzone that will shut the game down if it detects mouse and keyboard players who have aim assist turned on. Activision made the following statement. Quote, our security system detects target players, or wait, what? I can't read. Our security detection systems now target players using tools to activate aim assist while using a mouse and keyboard. The Call of Duty application will close if detected, and repeat uses of the tool may lead to further account action. So I guess they'll suspend your account. But that's kind of cool that they're doing that for PC. I wish they would do that for console as well. I don't know if they... What's up?
I'm confused because most games seem to have that baked into the controls. Like,
No, that's different. I know what you're talking about. You're like, there is like a little kind of snap to thing where it's like if you aim at somebody, it kind of points to their head a little bit. That's not the same thing. Like aim assist will, like, as soon as you look in someone's general direction, like your reticle will snap to and lock onto their head. So like, yeah, you just look at somebody and you hit shoot and boom, headshot immediately.
You're too stupid to play the game right.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like the aim assist that's like the legitimate aim assist is actually more of a hindrance because it kind of slows down your ability to aim accurately. So I don't know. It's not really the same thing. And I don't think anybody should use that. It's not
Yeah.
helpful.
It's not like they do it in PUBG.
What do you mean? I
Oh,
doubt
yeah.
anybody uses that on PUBG. It's garbage.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, it's fine. Because like a lot of new people would come back onto PUBG again because they've seen different things in PUBG now, like fucking polar bears and.
Were the polar bears new? I never noticed
Mm.
that until recently.
Not overly. Like when they revamped Vikendi, then they put in the polar bears.
When did
There's
they?
new
Is that the only thing that they changed?
No, they added like the gondola. They added the
Oh.
snowmobile. They
I guess
Yeah,
I started playing it a little bit late, so it's like I think I started before or after the updates already happened. So like everything
well,
looks
like
normal to me.
when we started playing it before, like Vikendi was all different, and then like you took a hiatus for a while, and I kept playing it with like Jill and stuff, and so like I saw that update come. Like they had all these like backpacks and events with Vikendi the way they have for Rondo. They had like a huge Vikendi event and all that stuff, and that's when they started like bringing all these Vikendi things, and they had like the Northern Lights and all that shit. Then that's when they like completely redid the map. They added like the huge ice area with the base in the middle. There's like the ice caves and shit like that. And then like you started replaying more often, and so you like saw that version of the map more.
Yeah, I guess I just didn't notice the difference.
Yeah. Before it was just like a snow map with like
Garbage.
snow.
snow map with snow.
And those polar bears that make me think I'm doing good in sniping a guy. Sniping a bear like 5 times. Anyway.
Wow.
Oh hey look.
Hey look.
The world.
2024 is shaping up to be the year that digital really starts to take root. Unfortunately, there's a lot of things that are going on in the industry that are quickly putting us in the all digital future. Unfortunately, retailers like Best Buy have already begun clearing out their physical movies with an eye on games next, potentially later in the year. Walmart is soon to join them. PlayStation is pushing their premium subscription plan. Xbox is transitioning into Game Pass. Even Nintendo has a retro subscription pass as well. Digital-only game releases are becoming a trend beyond indie titles. We're seeing more and more of that happening. And then other companies are also starting to implement their own subscription services as well. Ubisoft is pushing a little bit harder than other publishers. Ubisoft has launched 2 services. They've launched Ubisoft Plus Premium and Ubisoft Plus Classics. Premium will offer new Ubisoft game releases on console and PC, including the recently released Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. It will also offer, in some cases, early access, so it's going to be a way for people to play games early, so that's going to be appealing to a lot of people. As well as premium editions and monthly rewards for users. The service for premium will cost $17.99 a month. The classic edition is exclusive to PC, runs $7.99, and offers older Ubisoft titles like Far Cry 6, Rainbow Six Siege, Watchdog Legion, and more, with the catalog set to expand over time. So it's going to kind of turn into maybe like a Netflix kind of deal.
Toilet.
It's what everybody has, really, right? PlayStation,
Yeah.
my Xbox has that. It's becoming the norm, with the popularity of like video streaming services. They're going to want to implement that in the game space as soon as they can. Philippe Tremblay, director of subscriptions at Ubisoft. Are you making fun of how I said that?
Nope.
No,
I don't
sure
know.
just...
I don't know. But he said that the company is aiming to pursue the PC market more aggressively, as they don't have a large foothold there. He also stated that the industry is heading towards digital in the same way that the music and DVD industry has. He said that, quote, people need to get comfortable not owning your game, which is fun. He compared this to the way people are, quote, comfortable not owning movies and music.
I own my movies and my music.
Felipe went on to say, quote, as gamers grow comfortable in that aspect, you don't lose your progress. If you resume your game at another time, your progress file is still there. That's not been deleted. You don't lose what you've built in the game or your engagement with the game. So he's trying to like make like video game players comfortable in the fact that, oh, it's not like you're losing the game. You can come back to it. Everything's stored online. You don't lose your save files. It's going to be there. But ultimately, at the end of the day, that's not really the concern. Like, yeah, your save files are going to be there, but it's more about, licenses expiring, servers closing down, partnerships being made in the future. It's like if Ubisoft partners with, who knows, PlayStation, right? And they agree to distribute certain titles on a PlayStation console. Well, everybody that's paying for their Ubisoft service, they're not going to be able to access that game because it's going to migrate over to PlayStation. Like things like that. It's also speculative based on partnerships and deals and licenses and ecosystems. Like you have no control over like whether or not you're able to access certain games depending on the environment that you're in. So like that's more of the concern. So the fact that he goes on to say like, oh, your game's going to be available, your game file is going to be accessible, like it's not really relevant to the concerns. So he's just kind of talking out of his ass at that point. It's stupid.
You don't need one for the other, though, also.
What do you mean?
Like, you can have cloud saves all you want in the whole wide world. That doesn't mean that it's necessary to make the game a full service in order to have that. It's like saying, well, if you have, I can't come up with a good analogy right now, but you don't need one in order to have the other.
They're just two separate things. Like
exactly,
storing things in the cloud and having access to a video game are just they're different. But
right.
that's my point though. It's like why the fact that he's talking about those points like they're relevant.
Exactly.
Like he's just talking about bullshit that to like calm people down that's not relevant to the actual concerns.
Yeah.
Because there's no way to mitigate that. There's nothing you can say to legitimately make consumers comfortable about not owning your game. So the only way that they can do that is to say things that sound like, oh, okay, I guess they're saying that I'm safe, so I guess I'm safe. Like maybe the people that don't understand the separation will fall for it. I don't know. It's just garbage.
But most people who are this into games are savvy enough to understand.
No, I wouldn't say most.
Or not.
There's a portion that are, but the majority is casual. Most people are casual, and if they confuse or mislead the casual audience, they're going to be successful. And I'm sure that's the goal with that, with him making that statement. But yeah, so just not great. EA has also had a streaming platform for a while now, and more companies are likely to adopt that distribution model because it's really lucrative for the companies to be able to control their IPs and maximize profit. So you're going to start to see more and more companies start to offer these subscription-based models, and I think we're really going to start seeing that flare up in 2024, especially depending on how Ubisoft does. If this is successful right out the gate at the beginning, at first, Q1 2024, a lot of other companies are going to be quick to adopt that, and I'm sure it's something they can implement pretty quickly and cheaply. Luckily, there are some developers like Larian, developers of Baldur's Gate 3, who are speaking up against the rise of subscription-based distribution, taken to Twitter to say, quote, It's going to be a lot harder to get good content if subscription becomes the dominant model and select groups get to decide what goes to market and what does not. Direct from the developer to the player is the way to go. So it's good that there are a couple of developers out there that are understanding of how that's going to be damaging to the industry and are speaking up about it, because if we don't have relevant developers talking about the negative elements of this, then it's just going to immediately be adopted. But yeah, leave it to Larian to be the champion of the industry. Every single time there's like a negative story about the game industry, Larian's like, hey, but actually actually they're
we're
quick to
doing
jump
this correctly.
yeah, they're quick
They're
to
like
step
Trudeau.
in, and they're like what?
Trudeau. Sorry, I shouldn't say that on the
Yeah,
podcast.
it's cool to see them quick to jump in and
But
and be
actually,
like,
we're doing it correctly.
No,
just
this is-
want you guys to know this.
this is actually how it is. So it's good. Hopefully other developers will add to that as well.
I reckon Konami be the next ones to do it.
Yeah, whatever. They'll be the last ones on the planet to do that. Until Dawn is getting a film adaptation, so that's good.
I wonder if they're gonna put Hayden Panettiere as Sam, like have the actors as themselves.
That would be so cool. I doubt it though, because they're all like way older now. Not way older.
She still looks like a friggin' 2-year-old or whatever.
A 2-year-old.
She looks like a doll.
She does, yeah. That'd be cool though if they
Save
did
the
that.
cheerleader.
Save
the world.
Save the world. But Sony Pictures will be working with PlayStation Productions to produce the Until Dawn movie. The film will be directed by David Sandberg, who has a solid track record in the horror genre, having helmed films like Lights Out and Annabelle Creation. And he also directed both Shazam movies. Not really relevant, but
awesome.
There you go.
Shazam. Who's going to play Josh?
Me.
You.
Josh.
Someday,
Diz. Just confirmation of the movie and the director. No additional information so far.
I want to see it.
I hope it's good. I mean, I'll watch it. I'll probably hate it.
Because you know what I just noticed?
What?
Sony upside down is anus.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't think that's how that works, but all right.
So they're gonna be garbage. No, I'm kidding.
Thanks for showing me your anus, Jazz.
It's not mine. It's Sony's.
I don't see it.
What? Rock Band comes to a close. Rock Band has been a monumental piece of the gaming landscape for 16 years, but it's the end of an era as Rock Band is set to release its final DLC song pack on January 25th, over 8 years after the release of Rock Band 4. They've been supporting the shit out of that game for a long ass time, so props to them.
I thought that died years ago, to be honest.
Honestly, so did I. I was surprised to hear that they were still releasing shit, but it's cool that they never really stopped. The servers will remain open for the foreseeable future, allowing access to all the songs you've purchased, but the sad truth is that one day the servers will close and your upwards of 3,000 songs that you've downloaded will become garbage.
Obsolete.
How many songs?
Thanks to.
I want to know how many songs Sean has.
Oh God.
I mean,
I don't have that many. I probably have maybe like 100, probably max. But yeah, I mean, you could probably store the songs on like a external hard drive or something and be able to play them. But once that dies and the servers are down, there's no getting that shit back. See, but wouldn't that make you really nervous if you were like one of the crazy people that bought every song that came out and you have 3,000 songs invested in this game and the servers go away and like all of that content is just sitting on a hard drive? It's a lot of money. It's like what, $3 a song times 3,000? It's a big investment. So
could you buy them in albums or packs?
Yeah, some of them, yeah. But even so, you're still talking like what, 3
The track
songs for like
packs.
$5 or something like that. It's
You
still a shit ton of money.
A shit.
A shit.
You remember like when I feel like Rock Band might have been like one of the few that did this, but when DLC was like physical,
Wait, what?
Oh yeah,
like
Yeah.
Like you
like
buy
you
a
buy
card?
a disc in the store.
I'll get back to you on that. Hang
Oh,
on.
okay. What?
I guess she's looking for a physical DLC.
I mean, the only things I could think of is like I know EverQuest. Like there are a couple of like MMOs that they would do like a re-release that had the expansion on a disc.
Yep.
yeah.
And then there was like Rock Band had a couple of. Yeah, I never used those, so I don't know how they work. But they had like Rock Band, AC/DC, and a couple other ones that were like a separate release. But I don't know if that was just straight DLC that you like put the disc in and installed the content, or if it was like a smaller version of Rock Band that was like self-contained. I'm not really sure how that worked. I never tried to play them myself. And I don't even know if that's what the hell she's talking about.
Yeah, I just didn't want to make a bunch of noise. So like, yeah, if you had Rock Band, you could buy like these things. It was an actual like it's like buying a DLC of extra songs for the game. You had to have the base game, but then it would install extra songs on your Rock Band game. But it was physical.
Yeah,
like physical DLC, guys.
I mean, it's better than the alternative of just straight up DLC because at least, like, if you ever lost your hard drive, like
And
your
it
hard
came with
drive
a
crapped
booklet.
out or whatever, you still have that content to re-download off the disc.
It came
So
with a booklet.
That's cool to have.
Yeah. So that you just reminded me of this, like 20 songs.
If companies really gave a shit, like that's your solution right there. You know, they could release probably not a disc, but if they release like a flash drive or something like that, you know, that contained all 3,000 songs.
Yeah.
You know, like they could make money off of that and appease the audience by allowing them to hold on to their library, you know, and not have to be worried about losing a hard drive or losing their files for some reason.
The consoles have USB like ports.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Jerks.
But they don't want to do that because like, well, what if later we can do Rock Band 5 and we'll redistribute all those songs all over again and everyone will have to rebuy them and blah, blah, blah. But like, that's what I'm talking about in terms of like companies being able to control their IP. You know, if the only way to get something is digital and they can remove it and repackage it and resell it, of course they're going to do that. And if they can do that with everything they release through subscriptions, then that's tons and tons of money for them. And they're definitely going to take advantage of that opportunity.
Control your rip.
But things get worse. There's Fortnite in the background of this image for a reason.
Yeah.
On a related note, Epic Games senior product manager Danielle Sussman said that the Rock Band fans should come over to the Fortnite festival that is on the way, where you'll be able to use your Rock Band instruments. He says, quote, looking ahead, Fortnite Festival is the place to be if you're a fan of the rhythm game genre. So I guess they're going to have a version of Rock Band in Fortnite.
What the fuck, Lee?
I mean, it might be fun. I'm
don't understand what he means, but Empathy Banana has just appeared for me on the Discord.
I don't know what he means either.
I'm like, is somebody feeling bad because of Rock Band going away and Fortnite taking over that they gave you a banana?
I guess.
In which case, it's okay
there's
to
a
eat
banana
the banana
Fortnite character. There's a banana character in Fortnite.
Don't make it worse.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm just
Whoa,
asking.
what just happened? Why did it go over here?
Saying.
But yeah, I tried to look up more information on like what the hell this is, like this whole Fortnite festival thing, and I couldn't find anything. So I don't really know how like Fortnite handles all these events that it does. I know it has like lots of community gatherings and like concerts and all this shit. I'm not really sure like how the functionality of that works, but I'm assuming it just has like some kind of Rock Band mini game kind of integration or something where you can plug in your instruments and play Rock Band. I have no idea, but that's not really a great alternative. It's like, oh, Rock Band's going away, but here's this shitty watered down version in Fortnite. Thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's unfortunate. It had to happen at some point.
Did it?
It's nice that they supported it for as long as they did. God, there's so many. There's a lot of news, so bear with me while I find the
Bear.
correct images.
Bears with Alec.
Yeah.
Naughty Dog is surprised about the backlash towards Last of Us Part 2 remake.
I wonder why.
Yeah, Matthew Gallant, the director of the remake, was asked by VGC why he thought remasters like this one are met with backlash from the community. He stated, quote, "I don't understand some of the consternation about what The Last of Us Part 2 remastered offers. It's the best way to play The Last of Us Part 2. If you're a new PlayStation owner and new to the franchise, we want to get you the best experience with the hardware features on a PS5. My sense is there's an audience for this for whom the idea of a PS5 version is thrilling. I'm also speaking for myself. I'm excited we can bring this to the fans, and if it's not for everyone, that's fine." The problem is people have an issue with this because The Last of Us officially has more remakes and remasters than actual like video games, like actual official releases.
Yeah.
The franchise has been around for 11 years and has only 2 games.
11.
11. The original released on PS3 in 2013, and then there was a remaster a year later in 2014 on PS4, and then they remade it in 2022. Part 2 came out in 2020 and now has a remaster 4 years later in 2024. So they're oversaturating with this. There's too many remakes and remasters for this, and it's just milking the property and taking advantage of the consumer, and that's why people are irritated by this. You know, if there were like 10 games and 3 remasters, like I feel like even that's a little bit too much, but it's oversaturated, and it's just clearly a blatant money grab.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah, like-
do you
Go ahead.
go? You go, Jess.
Oh, I was just gonna say 4 years is not long enough to need a remaster. That's all I was just gonna complain about. You go ahead.
Well, neither is one.
No.
So, I remember making a joke like when you guys were telling us, us about the. We were on doing a Wardcast episode, and you guys had mentioned that they're remastering the first one, and then I made a joke. It's like, well, they're going to remaster, part 2. Literally happened.
Yeah.
It's like this was meant to be a joke, and it happened.
Well, that's what I mean. Like they remastered it 4 years after the like Last of Us Part 2 came out, which is dumb.
This is what puts me off from like actually finishing Last of Us, because like I'm just not bothered by the shit. It's classless.
It's the really gross sounds going on behind me. The cat's
Yeah.
licking his butt.
And that image right there is actually a character model taken from the PC version of The Last of Us, by the way. That's how the game looked in certain areas when they released
Abby's
the game.
face. Like
So again, like there's not even like clearly they rushed that out the door to get money, to get more money, to reach a wider audience. It's not about, oh, we want the best version of these games that we can possibly get. It's about, oh, well, how do we reach as many people as possible to make as much money as possible? That's why the community is not happy with The Last of Us.
it looks like
Well, it
the
looks like it
offspring
was-
of Bill from Left 4 Dead and the Magini guy that I keep using
Yeah.
for Where Do You
Oh.
Play in from RE5.
Yeah.
It literally looks downgraded.
Well, yeah, it's broken.
It looks like a Valve game.
Basically, that's a skeleton. Like it's the core model before the textures pop up.
So is Joel.
But for some
yeah.
reason, when they released it, like it was buggy. So like that would just be the character that like the character model that you're playing with, because the textures would never pop up. And I think that showed up in cutscenes as well, because everything, you know, I think they're all in engine real time. So like you'd be watching a cutscene and your character models look like that, and that's completely unacceptable.
Ellie would have stabbed him in the first game like right away. Not even
It's like,
hesitated.
it's a zombie. Look at
Marlene's
him.
like, no, he's okay. She'll be like, nah, fuck
Hey,
this.
he's infected. He looks like a clicker.
Yeah, he's been bitten by something.
Something. Oh God.
No, he's definitely infected. Keep stabbing him. I'm like, oh, whoops.
Yeah.
She would have survived with
not
just
good.
tests. Fine.
They should, in The Last of Us Part 3, they should bring her back.
Yeah, as an infected.
Yeah, she's also immune for some reason.
Yeah, she's like, I got shot, but I didn't actually die, and I was never infected, so I'm fine.
Fucking Lee.
GameStop. What?
Is that model really from the PC version of The Last of Us, or from the day before?
The day before The Last of Us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Before they gave up.
Before they gave up. GameStop abandons NFTs.
Yay!
Who saw this coming?
Not Mario.
Wahoo!
Oh, wow!
NFT! Wahoo!
The company made the poor decision to invest in the NFT market back in January 2022, creating an NFT division of 20 people. This was supposed to be a solution to their problem with the struggling physical media business. Unfortunately for the company, this did not pan out, and the marketplace was shut down. Shocking. Who would have thought? GameStop stated that this was done due to, quote, NFT and cryptocurrency uncertainty. Who could have imagined? And wouldn't this be something that you would want to consider before you opened up a division within your company to support it? Like NFT and cryptocurrency uncertainty has been around since those two
Since the
things
beginning.
existed.
Yeah.
So like, why is this all of a sudden, oh, we have to shut it down because it's uncertain? It was always uncertain. You guys made a risk. You made a risky judgment and it didn't pan out. Nothing changed. But yeah, GameStop shut down its crypto wallet back in August 2023, along with the departure of CFO Sadeh Yaya, who labeled herself as the, quote, decision maker for key business strategies, including NFT, digital wallet, and crypto initiatives. So yeah, they created a CFO position for an unstable market, invested in the market, hired 20 people to run it, and then shut it down because it was uncertain. Brilliant.
This is what I mean by the digital media side of things. You know, when it all goes digital and when it all goes wrong, we'll go back to physical. So just let it happen.
I hate when they
This is what
put
I've been
these
saying.
stupid terms out there. It's like, oh, it's
Okay.
an uncertain market, so we're backing out of it. Like, that's such a bullshit statement. Just like, at least have the decency to own up to your fuck up. You know, you invested in a volatile business venture. It didn't pan out. You fucked up. You know, companies like GameStop really need the buy-in from consumers, and they're never going to get it when they're just like treating them like idiots. You know, it's like, nothing's our fault. We did everything right. It just, you know, we're just going to back out of it because it's uncertain. No, you fucked up. You made a stupid mistake.
You fucked up.
But like, people would be a lot more receptive to something like that.
What do you guys reckon? So we get to Wardcast episode 300 and they all realize, we fucked up. Let's go back to physical.
Right.
Or
I don't-
What do we
don't
reckon
do
I
that.
wish
what?
they would realize this before we get to that, but
Yeah.
they won't.
But honestly, by the time we get there to the point where they're like, oh, we fucked up, there won't be a way to go back. Like,
Oh,
Like
they'll be able.
they're already talking about like
Always
how, oh, we're not making enough money. Video games are too expensive to make, and blah blah blah. Once you kill distribution and all this shit, like that's not even going to be on the table anymore because that's so much additional money that they're going to have to invest in what's already outrageously expensive content to make. They're
Like
not even
one-
they're not going to consider bringing that back and inflating the costs and incurring all those additional costs to distribute physical media again. Like once that fades away, I don't think it's going to come back, at least for a long time.
So
They might
did
still
you?
keep it as a luxury or a novelty type of a product.
Yeah,
Like
but
an extra
that's
special
different.
thing.
Yeah, but like releasing like one out of 50 or 100 games on physical as a novelty isn't going to change anything.
My one argument against your statement is that vinyl came back and it's still going.
Ooh, I like that.
That's fair, but it's not as big as it used to be.
Oh
You
no,
can't.
it actually got bigger.
Well,
In UK records, the
trend
vinyl industry got bigger than it actually ever was.
right, but it's still again, it's a novelty thing. Like, yeah, maybe it's selling more than it did before. It's like it's making more money now compared to back then because they're charging a lot more now than they were back then. You know, you go out and you buy a record, it's like $35, $40, or a lot of it is kind of like niche collectible stuff, and you're spending $50 to $100 for a record. So like the market is pulling in more money, but it's not because it's selling more than it used to.
Is it because there's just more people or wait?
No, it's because the cost of the goods is higher and it's more trendy and things.
So then look at sales, not net profit. Look at the number of items sold.
Right, but they don't report that. They report dollars invested
Pretty sure they
in
do
the
both.
medium.
Pretty sure they
It
do
depends.
both.
I don't know on vinyl. They might.
Next news.
But yeah, and two, like with vinyl, like you can't buy like any new artist album on vinyl. You know what I mean? It's like there wasn't a revival of vinyl where it's just like vinyl's back and you can buy any brand new record today. It's still it's very niche.
No, you can.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Taylor Swift is like massive. Of course they're gonna have that. Give me something obscure. What's an obscure band, Alec?
Okay, Bee Gees.
That is not obscure.
That's not obscure, actually.
No, it's not.
No. Okay, think of
Something modern, something new. That's not super big and trendy.
Okay, Lewis Watson.
Lewis Watson?
Yeah, you've never heard of him. He's a acoustic guitar player and he sells vinyls as well. You asked for something obscure? I gave you the thing.
Still.
The Sean was too stunned to speak.
There's not going to be like you can't just pick any artist, any album, and go buy a record today. Like there are some,
and if you do, they're like $40.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're very expensive.
Yeah,
like the audience for that is much smaller.
Like just the record store in the mall that I go to, where I like happen to find the soundtrack for Dawn of the Dead. I just typed in Pineapple Thief, which is that band that Lee sent me a CD for, and they don't have them, and they have like a huge selection. So it's still like it's back, but it has to be like big names here at least.
Yeah,
but we don't have a lot of things here.
Yeah, and there's going to be like smaller artists that make a point to release a vinyl, because they're, because it is trendy and it's going to get you attention, and there's a market there that you can tap into. So like you're going to see a mixture of that from both sides. But to say like that the modern vinyl market is like bigger than it's ever been, and you can just buy any album that you want at any point, like that's That's not realistic. And I just don't see games doing that either if they go digital. But anyway.
Watch the space. We'll see.
Hey, maybe it'll change. I hope so. I support it. I hope that happens. I'd love to see all that shit become more mainstream. Vinyl, any kind of physical medium
I
that
like vinyls.
maintains whatever industry, whether it's music or movies or video games, on a physical medium, that you can have and own, I think is great. But
I
we'll
think
see.
I have all the faith in the world that it will come back based on, where we vote with our dollars. We vote with our money, and it'll come back once it reaches that crashing point, that tipping point where people get sick of it. And I promise you it'll happen. But I feel like it would still be both, or some way to make it both. I feel like we as consumers know that we can make changes with our money. I keep saying this, over and over again. We can force companies' hands, force them to get their heads out of their ass with our money. That's what like kind of like boycotting is about, and things like that. Or when something experiences abysmal sales because what they were trying to sell us was absolute trash. So I have all the faith in the world that it will come back, and I have a feeling that it'll be both at that point, not just one or the other. That it'll be both, like free digital, I don't know, but I have faith that it'll happen.
I hope so.
Back to basics.
Sega is bringing back more Sega classics. Last month at the Game Awards, Sega announced that they are bringing back several long dormant IPs, including Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, and Shinobi, with more IPs to be revealed at a later date. According to, quote, sources, some of these projects are to include Panzer Dragoon, Neon Genesis Evangelion, and Sakura Tyson. I don't know what that is.
That's Sakura Wars. I used to watch that anime.
Oh, it's called Sakura Tyson in Japan, maybe? Is that what it is?
Well, I'm pretty sure that's the anime because I recognize that character. She fights giant robots or something.
The one in the white, is that what you're talking about?
No,
that's the girl in the kimono with the long black hair. Yeah, that's Ray. Robot Ray. Robot Destroy.
Yeah.
But Sakura Wars was a pretty good anime. She's this random, obviously a teenager named Sakura, super Japanese. But she fights robots. It was really good. And I saw that they had a video game for it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And when you popped up the image, I was like, wait a minute, I know this.
Yeah, there's tons of video games in Japan for that series. But what's weird is if this is true, I'm assuming that Sega's going to be reviving different franchises in different regions, because Sakura Tyson or Sakura Wars, whatever it is, and Neon Genesis Evangelion, those have audiences in America, in that market, but it's not nearly as big as it was in Japan. So it just seems like weird IPs to revive. Is there really still people in America that are yeah, Neon Genesis Evangelion?
Yeah, Evangelion is still really big here.
Is it really?
I see it in a lot of places. It's still a lot of streaming platforms, when they have a category for anime, you'll see 50 titles for it. A lot of my friends, I only seen it because my older roommates used to watch it, and that's how we have so many games where, well, I don't want to say it on here, but they have Shinji, the main character. They had a good nickname for him. But yeah, that's all. They only know, the only way I know her name is Ray.
It's just weird, when you think of oh, Sega's bringing back, dormant IPs, are people really thinking, oh, Evangelion? Sakura Wars.
I can see
Like-
Evangelion getting a big thing, but I didn't think Sakura Wars had a big following here, or at least I thought it was just like a super obscure thing back when like Netflix was just starting and they had anime on there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to
Evangelion's
see.
one of those classics where it will, you know, if they wanted to remake it, well, I mean, like, if they wanted to bring it back in any form, you know, it's one of those. It's like a first love kind of a thing. Like if it's just like for me, it's like Tenchi Muyo or whatever. If they brought it back, even if I haven't watched it for years, it would renew the interest, and I would just instantly be like, oh yeah, like let's buy that, let's do that.
Yeah, it's just weird to me because it's kind of like if Capcom was like, oh, we're bringing back some long dormant IPs, and they're like, we're bringing back Aladdin. Like that's not, when you think of Capcom, you're not like, oh yeah, Aladdin. You know what I mean? Yeah, good game, be cool to see it come back, but it's just kind of a weird pull. I feel like it's a similar thing with these licensed properties like Evangelion and Sakura Wars, but not what I expected to see them bringing back is all. And it just made me think that that would be a much smarter move to do in Japan, but I don't know, maybe there is a market for it here too. I don't know.
I think Evangelion was like, I mean, as far as I've seen from like the cons I've been to and stuff like that, I think it has more, like it's on the level of like the anime. I want to say similar to like Bleach and Naruto and like how big those were with people and like Sailor Moon and stuff. You know, like
there was a really big mech one also, Gundam Wing. It's kind of in that same.
I think it had more than Gundam Wing because it has so many titles. Like, it has so many OVAs and shit. No.
Well, I guess we'll see.
I only saw the first one, honestly.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm aware of both of those, but I've never seen either of the animes. I've never played any of the games. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's like, how many people are in the same boat as me, where it's like you think of Sega, those are not the properties that pop into my mind. And if that's the case for the majority in the West, like, is that really going to work financially for them to redistribute or revive those franchises? Because, like, I don't know. It just seems like to me that the market wouldn't be big enough because it doesn't have the mass appeal to people specifically that are thinking, oh, Sega video games, this is what I want. It doesn't seem like it would be that. But we'll see.
So, Sega of America or all of Sega? Because, I mean, there's...
Sega America in the West.
Okay, yeah. Because we are not the biggest population on the planet. So.
Right, and that's what I was saying. Like, if they did that in the Japanese market, it would make 100% sense to me, and it would probably do really well. But in the West, it seems a little weird. But it also seems like it's bigger than I realized, so I don't really know.
You're not the biggest country in the world.
But Sega also filed trademarks for Alex Kidd, Afterburner, House of the Dead, Outrun, Super Monkey Ball, Altered Beast, Eternal Champions, and Kid Chameleon. So these could also be up for revival as well. But just because they filed trademarks for them doesn't necessarily confirm anything. But there is a chance for all of those to come back as well. I want to see them bring back, or wait, is Slaughterhouse Sega?
Kid Chameleon.
Maybe it's not. Either way, I want to see another Slaughterhouse. Whoever makes that, bring it back.
Now.
Do it right now, today.
Right now, let's just murder everybody in the house.
Yeah, come around my house and slaughter everyone.
Speaking of bringing,
but don't use electricity.
Speaking of bringing things back, Plants vs. Zombies 3 was announced.
Why?
I like those games, god damn it.
Why?
But the problem is it's mobile only.
Oh. So
I don't care. The original Plants vs. Zombies, though, saw console release. Back in 2010, it came out on PS3, Xbox 360, and Vita. And to my knowledge, it did really well, but they released the second one and it never hit a console. And now they announced the third game, and it looks like it's also going to be locked to mobile devices. it's just really disappointing because it's a really fun game, and like so many people won't get to play it. It's sad. It's a wasted opportunity.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm sure you care. It's
I had
cool.
pet
It's a
zombies or
zombie
something at one
strategy
point.
game where you fight zombies with plants. It's amazing.
Why?
Because it's dumb and it's fun. Why not?
All I can say is Teppin.
But
Don't
I
talk
find
to
the
me.
concept
Yeah,
weird.
We
But
don't
since
talk
it's
about
mobile,
that.
I'll do it.
Gross.
I will
that,
do it
that
because it's
is
mobile.
the worst,
The
It's one
worst
of the worst
reason
things
to
I've
play a
ever
game.
heard because
worst reasoning.
yuck.
I like
But
it.
anyways, that's pretty much the news. Is that's the thing. It's
Wow.
mobile only. It's disappointing. Microsoft pretty much confirms their goal is to be multi-platform, or to be a multi-platform publisher, rather. Now that Microsoft owns multiple high-profile studios like Activision, Blizzard, and Bethesda, the company says they are ready to publish games on Sony and Nintendo platforms. God, all these names are the worst. I don't know. I can't fucking pronounce any of these names. CEO Satya Nadella had the following to say, quote, "Now we can be a good publisher on Sony and Nintendo and PC. We think that now we have the ability to do what we always set out to do, which is build great games and deliver them to folks across all platforms, which Xbox and console, the PCs, and now even including mobile gaming and cloud gaming." There's a little bit of broken English in there, but that was not my fault. It's a quote.
Mobile gaming is broken English.
That's true. But yeah, they
That's true.
like I've been saying this for a little while. Like that's the goal of Microsoft is they want to abandon Xbox and they want to be Games Pass and they want to be a distributor for other games across multiple platforms. And that's exactly what this confirms. So
Nice.
I think I
might
might
as
actually
well.
return my Xbox. There's no point. Like if they're going to be bringing over any game that I'd be interested in playing on a PlayStation platform, then like why even bother having an Xbox?
Like everyone else is doing better than we are, so we want to be everyone.
That's kind of it. Like they tried to be competitive in the market and they struggled for a long time. They did well with 360, but the original Xbox didn't do well. Xbox
What?
One struggled. Yeah, the original Xbox,
It was so good.
it was good, but it didn't do well.
No.
They lucked out. If 360 performed poorly, like Xbox wouldn't even be around anymore.
I mean,
But luckily it like fucking exploded. Like even if I feel like if 360 just broke them even, like caught them back up, I feel like they would have abandoned it. But it was such a huge hit that it gave them a stake in the market. So they just really lucked out because Sony shit
like
the bed on the
steak.
PS3 and it gave them the opportunity to really dig in and make a shit ton of money. And they've been chasing that ever since and failing to do so.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense. And then, they've got all these big publishing companies that are just going to give them tons and tons of free money. Like, why not take advantage of it? It makes sense. I get why they're doing it, but it's just a little bit disappointing to see them fall from grace. Cause I used to be an Xbox gamer before anything else. And, falling off and seeing them dissolve is just kind of sad. But it is what it is. Reports are already indicating that a couple of exclusives are going to go multi-platform soon. Hi-Fi Rush, which is a Bethesda game, and Sea of Thieves, I think that's also
Nice.
Bethesda, are both set to release on Switch and PS5 at some point.
Yes.
Before you know it, you might see the next Halo game on a PlayStation system, if there ever is another Halo.
I saw something about them potentially making a new one.
Oh, really? I'm surprised.
Perhaps the graphics might actually look better.
I don't
Never
want
know.
another Halo.
It's so weird.
It's going to be really weird to see that, Microsoft brands on a PlayStation system.
I mean, just give Halo back to Bungie and they'll make it pretty like they did with Destiny and Halo will work.
That'd be nice.
Do you know it was weird because like when I went around Lee's the last time I was like there and seeing him play the Metal Gear Solid 1 on the Xbox, I was just like, that just looks weird. It's like, but I wasn't surprised because like, you know, Xbox takes games from other consoles. They never give their IPs to other consoles.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to try Sea of Thieves, and I think like just by watching like Worst Pre-Made Ever and some like Smosh and like some YouTubers play it, and just being so stupid with it, I feel like we'd have fun playing that. And I was like, oh man, like I want it to come to like PlayStation, so that'd be cool.
Yeah, I've always been curious about it. I just it's online
Now we
only.
can.
It's online only. I don't like that shit.
Yeah, but we play online, Sean.
I know, but it's vaporware. You know how I feel about that shit.
You gotta vape.
You got to vape it and wear it.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
like a diaper.
It's weird though. You'd think that people would be a little, well, I don't know, maybe it's a me thing. Like it's still weird for me to think about like, oh, Xbox games are going to be on, you know, PlayStation and Nintendo platforms, but like we've already gone through this before with Sega. Sega used to be a competitor. You know, they made consoles, they made their own games, they were exclusive. They shut that down and then they became a publisher, and now you see Sega games on every platform. And I thought that was weird too, but I don't, it hasn't prepared me for this. It's still going to be weird to see the same thing happen with Xbox. You know, it'd just be like if you saw Mario on fucking PlayStation, it'd just be weird. It'd feel icky.
Icky.
So, do you think
Kind of sellouty.
Do you think
Not sellouty, it's just weird.
So, do you think there's going to be another console brand that comes out after Xbox is just like, yeah, no, I'm done?
Who would do it though?
Google.
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
they
wait.
tried.
Yeah,
Amazon.
they're gonna try it again.
Netflix.
Yeah, fucking why not?
Oh, you know what? Apple.
Well, honestly, at this point,
Yeah.
like when it's so easy to just go straight digital streaming subscription, why would you make a piece of hardware? It makes no sense. Like the only reason you would do that is if you had to. So I don't think anyone's going to want to make a new anything.
I feel
Like
like
just make games and distribute them on everything.
yeah.
It's cheaper, it's easier, there's a bigger market. Go ahead.
So then it's just going to be Sony versus Nintendo.
I don't even know how long that's going to last, honestly. You know,
the ironic thing is that Nintendo could have had Sony.
They should work together and be Nintony.
They were trying to, but then Nintendo was like, nah, we got this shit.
it's just, I feel like it's just all going to become the same thing once it becomes digital. You know, like if Microsoft becomes a publisher and then all that's left is Nintendo and Microsoft, or I mean Nintendo and PlayStation, and it's digital only, like it would just make more sense for both of them to just do the same thing, like just become a publisher. Like if you're just distributing digital content, why would you just lock it to a PlayStation app or a Nintendo app when you could put it on Steam and PC and whatever like subscription-based services are out there? You know, put it on Ubisoft's Premium or whatever. Why would you not do that if you can? There's more people over there, and it's not going to cost you more money to just be like, you know, sell our game. You know, like you're not printing copies to send over to Ubisoft to turn over. You know, it's just like we're giving you authorization to access content we've already made, and then you're going to sell some and make money, and we're going to get additional profit off of that. Like, why would you not do that? So I just feel like everything's just going to become a big blob of video games that you just get wherever you want to access them.
All I would say is that I was right to be loyal to PlayStation.
Wow.
What makes it bad? And why would it be like a big blob? It could be like a beautiful...
A beautiful blob.
Just like, right, like just a beautiful, I want to say like commodity or something, like just a regular thing that you can buy anywhere.
Mm.
It made sense in my head.
Okay.
Sure. Sea of Stars is getting a physical release. Yay, physical. Someone's actually making a digital thing physical. This is like opposite day. The hugely popular and very highly praised turn-based RPG is getting a physical release through IM 8-bit on May 10th. This appeals to probably nobody here, because nobody here plays turn-based RPGs or like retro games, and that's fine. But for those of you who do, this is kind of a big deal. So, yay.
Yay.
And plus, the physical wins are so few and far in between. We have to celebrate every win we can.
Okay.
So there's that. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle gets a gameplay and story trailer. That is one of the worst names ever. The Great Circle of life. The new Indiana Jones game looks to be more in line with what fans of the franchise are looking for than the latest Indiana Jones movie, which is
I wonder why.
pretty sad. That movie did not do well because it was terrible. However, this looks to maybe fill that gap, potentially. The new game will be, unfortunately, in first-person perspective, but will offer everything indie fans would expect, including exploration, puzzle solving, and whip combat. The game, the game looks to be the most polished indie game to date and may offer the best gameplay experience on offer within the franchise. It's being handled by a pretty well-known developer, Machine Games, who did the Wolfenstein: The New Order and New Colossus games, which is good. They're pretty capable first-person shooter developers. So it seems like they'll be right at home with the source material, at least. The game retains Harrison Ford's likeness, as you can see in the image, but will not feature his voice for some reason. Instead, Troy Baker will voice Indiana Jones, which seems kind of like a weird and risky choice. However, if you watch the trailer, he actually does a pretty convincing Harrison Ford impression. He actually sounds pretty much like Indiana Jones. I was shocked. I was just waiting to hear him and be like, ugh. But it never happened. He did a good job. The game is set to launch sometime in 2024 for Xbox and PC. But given what we just talked about with Microsoft's publishing goals, there's a likelihood that we'll be seeing ports of this game on other platforms sometime down the road. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I've ever played an Indiana Jones game or seen any film, but yeah.
I think I've seen all the movies. I think the only game I played was the NES game, which is not a good representation of Indiana Jones, but you know, hey, it's better than nothing, I guess. I don't know. I've never been like super into Indiana Jones generally, so it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'll play it, maybe I won't. Anybody else excited about Indiana Jones?
I like the movies, but
not the games.
It's
not
just first person.
We never, ever since we got Tomb Raider and then later we got Uncharted, like we've never had a hole of like, oh, we need an Indiana Jones kind of video game, you know? It's already been filled. So it's just not really necessary, I feel like.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's there. Nope. Hellblade 2 is officially digital only, and I officially have no interest in it. I was excited, but now I'm not. Microsoft showed off a new trailer for the title, highlighting supposed new combat that looks exactly like the previous combat, which is fine. I liked how the first one played, but they're like, oh, the combat's all new. It looks exactly the same. They showed
Perhaps they game device.
a finishing move or something, but I think you could do that in the original, right? Like a insta kill kind of thing. I don't remember. But anyways, for the most part, the combat looks the same. They're saying it's different. I don't know. But they also confirmed that the game will be a short experience comparable to the first game, around 8 hours in length. The game will also be cheaper than expected. It's going to be a $50 release. And like I said, digital only. This is supposedly to keep the price of the game low and offer a smaller experience. That's why they're doing digital only, is what they say. Ninja Theory's Dom Matthews states, quote, "We also took advantage of the freedom that digital-only distribution offered us to create a game of the length that fits perfectly with our intended experience, but could be sold at a lower price to reflect the shorter length of the story. This framework allowed us to focus on the things we really care about, taking our fans on an unforgettable journey into Senua's unique world."
That was going to be my first question.
What?
Does the price reflect the smaller experience?
Yeah. So that's what they're saying. It's like, oh, $50 is a fair price point, is what they're saying, basically. But I mean, I guess if it's like 8 or 9 hours, $50 is fair, I guess. What? Were you gonna say something?
No.
Oh, I thought I heard a like somebody was
it
gonna
was a
say
sigh.
something. Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
It's
why the sigh?
$50 US is like $70 for me. $70 for an 8-hour game that's digital is not worth shit.
50 still sounds too high.
Yeah.
Just wait for the sale.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. I mean,
If it's half the game,
they could have
if it's
tried to
half
get
the
$70
hours,
out of this, though.
Not when they didn't change much. Like if the combat's the same, like it's not gonna give
Mhm.
much of a new experience except new like story. Then
Yeah, but how much is the Last of Us Part 2 remaster? I think it's $60.
I'm not getting that either.
So I know, I'm just saying, like, it's not unthinkable for them to attempt that.
Yeah,
So at least they dropped it down $10, and they're being upfront about it being short. And at least it's a new experience. You know, it's not a well, depending on what they did with the gameplay, I guess, to some degree. But at least it's a new story and a new video game for $50 rather than a remaster of a game that doesn't need it.
points for transparency.
Yeah.
This is kind of weird, though. Matthews explained how proud Ninja Theory was to be able to achieve, quote, "an independent AAA, creating seemingly high-end production value while staying independently creative when developing the first title. With the sequel, Ninja Theory says it now has Xbox's financial backing, emboldening their creativity." So they're claiming that pre-Microsoft, they were an indie developer. Okay. So last I checked, Ninja Theory made Heavenly Sword, which was backed by Sony. They made DMC Devil May Cry, which was backed by Capcom. How are they indie? Those were two massive AAA titles. What? Like, what? I don't understand. Like, they're always moving the bar as to what indie means. Like, anytime a company can get away with claiming that they're indie, they will. And I guess it just gives them like more clout. It's like, oh, hey, we're indie, but look at what we produced as an indie developer. You know what I mean? Like it carries more weight because it's coming from like a small independent company. But that's not really what's happening here. They have a big budget and plenty of people working on it.
Hellblade was kind of like an unknown, like random title. So I would understand if they said like their first title was kind of an indie game where it didn't get much, like it wasn't really announced and it wasn't really like a big thing. But not to say that the whole company.
Right, that's the thing. Like it's one thing to say we made this indie style low budget game that was
That picked
Hellblade,
up. Yeah.
right? That's fine. That makes sense. But the claim that you're an indie dev,
Yeah, no.
fuck off. That's just bullshit.
That's their theory that they're ninjas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I suppose it's worth mentioning that the original Hellblade was digital only initially, and it eventually got a physical release. So that could happen with the second game. But given, the current climate and the direction that the industry is headed, I don't imagine that happening with Hellblade 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Got a couple more stories to go through, and then we'll do some games.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sega price gouges with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Infinite Wealth will be locking a new Game Plus mode, a staple feature for the franchise, behind a paywall. New Game Plus has been included in every Yakuza game since Yakuza 2 on the PS2. Now, all of a sudden, you got to pay for it.
What?
To get the feature on Infinite Wealth, you will need to pay for the $85 Deluxe Edition or the $110 Ultimate Edition, which gets you the Master Vacation Bundle that includes New Game Plus, an extra dungeon, and a few other things. It's likely that the Master Vacation Bundle will be sold separately as DLC, but nothing is confirmed. So you can wait and hope that they charge you extra down the road when they release this as DLC, or you have to immediately buy the Deluxe or the Ultimate Edition to get a feature that's been in the franchise every single time without fail for a decade and a half.
So stupid.
Not cool.
Are they gonna put themselves at their own funeral when they have that funeral thing?
Yeah.
Great.
I'm very, very disappointed. Come on, Sega. You're better than this.
Big old dumb dumbs.
You big old dumb fucks.
But they're bringing back Evangelion.
Thank God.
This fucking game is so stupid.
Pal World is a huge success. I gotta say, that is one of the worst names for a video game I think I've ever heard. Pal World? Fuck off. The game labeled Pokemon with Guns is an open world survival game where you capture creatures called pals. They are essentially Pokemon, but they have guns. Pal World has sold more than 1 million copies in 8 hours. Steam servers are struggling to manage the massive launch. It's hit the top 4 most played games list by concurrent players, surpassing PUBG in 3rd place. Pal World is receiving solid reviews as well, currently sitting at a very positive rating. The popularity of the game, however, is causing some players to experience connection issues to the servers. So I'm guessing it's an online-only kind of a deal, I guess.
Probably.
Which I love, as you know, my favorite. God damn it, Diz.
Yeah, I was gonna say they talked about this game so long yesterday.
Not too long.
It was
but
pretty long.
The
only thing I retained was guns, Pokemon, and sheep.
Wow.
And derivative.
You're breaking my heart, Diz. How
obviously.
could you support the enemy? It's not online only? Well, people can't play the game because they can't connect to the server, so I guess it has DRM. So either way, it's garbage. On the heels of that news, however, players have discovered a feature in the game that is offending the snowflakes.
Yeah, of course.
Get
and the toilets.
Get your tissues, everybody. In addition to capturing the pals, you can also put them to work in camps performing tasks, or you can cook and eat them.
Cool.
This didn't seem to outrage people too much, but it turns out you can also capture human NPCs as well. And
Cool.
many of the same rules apply. Therefore, you can put them to
Can you
work,
cook meat them?
you can summon them to fight for you, and even sell them on the black market. When you capture a human, you get a message stating, quote, "A captured human on Palpargos Island, capturing humans in a PAL sphere is considered inhumane." And of course, this summoned the social justice warriors to come out and start complaining about human trafficking and slavery and all this shit.
I need an
I mean, they're not
apology
wrong.
right now. I also need
They're
money.
not wrong.
It's a goddamn video. Okay, so it's okay to
I don't
enslave the
know.
poor defenseless animals. You can trap them and put them to work and sell them, and that's fine. But God forbid
kinda
we put
hits
humans in
different.
there. How is it different?
It hits different
It's a
because
video game.
like the Pokemon creatures don't or Pokemon-esque creatures, the pals don't exist.
Guess
Whereas
what?
the
The
actual
humans-
have a
The
history.
humans in the video game, guess what? They don't exist either.
You know what? You need to go play that one game that Jazz was talking about like 2 weeks ago.
That
played it.
is not. You can't. No,
Oh boy.
I
No.
we're not
played
going
it.
there. That is super not relevant. But also, the people who are defending the animals and the people for this fucking game, I'm sorry, but they're like they keep fucking eating and surviving in Pokemon. Have you ever seen regular animals in that fucking game or show? No, they're eating and shit the fucking Pokemon. So
I've heard that theory.
And even if not,
actually.
it's not a
like-
theory. There's no other animals.
And even if you remove that, like Pokemon, you're straight up capturing these innocent creatures in the wild in this little tiny prison, and they're your slaves, and you're using them to fight against each other, and everyone's okay with that. Sell it to the kids, it's fine. But the minute
say
you
two
say, "Oh,
things.
humans," oh no, how dare you?
It sounds okay. I'll say 3 things very quickly. Number
Really?
1, I see where they're coming from. And so therefore number 2, it sounds very problematic. But number 3, I kind of want to play it. I don't know if
Seriously,
I kind of
honestly,
have to see it myself.
if the
I
fact
have
that
to
you
play
can
it.
capture humans offends you to the point where you're not playing this game, like
Then just don't
you
play
have
it.
bigger
Shouldn't play
problems.
any
Like,
video
Yes.
games.
you really
That's-
shouldn't, because guess what? In 90% of video games, you're shooting and killing human characters.
Mhm.
So if it's really such a problem, stop playing video games.
Stop leaving the house
Yeah,
because
stop playing video games and shoot
This
real
says-
people.
Exactly.
Diz says it's not problematic.
It's not problematic.
and
the
Shayla
people
wants
are
to play it
problematic.
too, so.
The people that get offended by this are problematic. Like, calm down, everybody. Jesus Christ. Maybe if you play the PAL World game and you enslave a couple of humans and sell them on the black market, maybe you'll feel better. Give it a try.
Diz has a point. In The Sims, you can pretty much literally torture your Sims. You can do fucked up shit to them.
Yeah,
Lock them in a basement.
100%,
Force them
yeah.
to work.
You can totally torture people in The Sims.
Take away their food or their access of food or water, or like make them like stick them in a pool or whatever with no way out.
People are just looking for opportunities to bitch about this garbage. That's all it is. Oh, this could be mildly offensive to 3 people. I'm going to make this my life goal to stand against it. Like, shut the fuck up.
They need a warning
Chill
at
out.
the beginning of the game.
You can eat
They need
people
a
in the forest.
Conan.
And yeah, in the
Going grocery
forest and
shopping.
Conan. Yeah. It's fun. Does it mean that we support going out and eating people in real life? Yes, but that's
Yes.
not the point.
Only if it
Oh,
calls
no.
for it.
Only when the need arises. All right. It's training.
Mm.
It's preparing you for the apocalypse,
The impending
Oh, no.
future.
which is probably right around the corner, by the way.
That's
Uh,
impending.
So dark.
That's news.
News.
Woo. News.
Lots of news. There was like, I had to go through like, I think, what did I say earlier, Jazz? Like
lot.
24 different things. And I narrowed it down to what
To
we
that.
had today. There you go.
No.
There you go.
No.
Time for a game.
Naru.
Games.
What are we playing?
Alright, Tina.
Oh, that's not the right one.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's game time.
Yeah.
it's
just saw a
time for a
weird name.
game. Yeah,
Who has a
You-
game and how
you
many?
did, Diz. Thank you.
I have 2 games.
Thank you for your help.
I have a game-ish.
Okay.
Yes, a game.
Sean, do you have anything? Or
Sean
you
had a shitload of
kidding?
news.
I don't have a game. No.
okay.
Yes, Power World.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also
Coleman,
had
you
that
go
other
first.
segment.
Okay.
Oh, do you want to do that
Let me
first?
just.
It doesn't matter.
I just need to adjust a screen, and then let me just kind of get it all pretty. I don't know how this will work.
Is that what you've been clicking the whole time?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my
Everyone
God,
knows
Carmen.
exactly what she's talking about.
Hmm.
Just for that, we should
Okay.
just not even do your game.
Yeah, we do it. So, this is not in a PowerPoint presentation today, but it is, again, the emoji game. Everybody remembers the emoji game?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Yes?
Kind of, yeah. Explain it.
Okay.
It's
Yep.
been a while.
The emoji game. Let's put it up here. No, I don't want to put it up here. The emoji game
Monkey ball.
is what?
Monkey ball.
Yes, it's a monkey ball. Good. Okay. So that'll be a
The
tester.
best part was your enthusiasm. Monkey ball.
But you read the emojis and you decipher them into what
Luigi's
video
Mansion.
game it is. And yes, okay, I'm trying to make them easy because every time I tried to do this beforehand, you guys said that it was too confusing. So number 3. Oh, by the way, I did the highlighting in order to group things together to say that all these emojis create one.
Legend of
One
Zelda
word or one
Ocarina of
concept.
Time.
Well, which one is that though?
4.
It is not Ocarina.
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 Macarena.
Let's go with number 3 first.
Castle Armor.
Castlevania.
No.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
I'll give you a hint. You hate it more than Village.
Fortnite.
All right. Number 4.
So we said it was low.
Majora's Mask.
Which
Or
How is
Link
it
to the
Majora's-
Past.
Link to the Past.
Because Majora's Mask
There we
could go
go.
back in time.
But we have links. Oops, it's sliding. All right. This one you might not say, but if you know anything about me, you would know. Or if you remember anything I said today, then you would know.
I mean,
It's
so
that
love
Some
and
dating robot thing. I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
The Fault in Our Stars.
Love and no.
something
It's-
about
it's a
comparing
decent
fake
book, bad
animals and
movie.
fake people to Jewish people.
Love and Deep Space. That's the casual game I was playing. Number 6.
Luigi's Butt Family.
Oh, these are supposed to be super easy. Come on.
L plus orange. Grandpa.
That's a peach. I don't know why it's the orange
Luigi
color,
and
but
Peach
it is.
Make a Family.
All
The video game
right.
on Xbox.
All right.
Yeah.
You know the peach emoji is a euphemism for what?
It's a butt.
So.
Okay.
L butt.
Luigi's Butt Family. It's- Lisa's dad.
Come on.
Lisa's dad's juicy ass simulator.
Well, I mean, ass is in there.
Last.
Are you serious? Is it Last of Us?
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
How?
Which one, the remaster or the second remaster?
The first one. I don't know, because it's a family with a man and a little girl, and I it might be a stretch, but anyway, L plus ass and then us, but like us being Joel. No, it made sense in my head.
Right.
Kid Icarus.
Think of the simplest thing that comes to mind.
Baby
Suicide.
cloud murder.
Like Heavenly Sword or
Heavenly Sword.
Skyward Sword.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, that indie game you
Yes.
mean?
Wow. Anyway, that is all. Simple, sweet, and understandable. Right? Good?
Jazz, your game.
Okay. Jazz hated every moment of that. I feel it. I couldn't see, but I could feel it.
In the air tonight.
What which one?
Kim? The best one.
Meeny, meeny,
Best
miny,
one
moe. Oh, I have
ever.
to share my screen.
What the hell is Lass?
Last. Like, okay, so. Okay.
Why is it not?
Oops, I didn't bringing
There.
back
It was a bit of a
the juicy
stretch.
ass.
Shugadick.
Oh,
Sean, pick a game. Pick a game.
the blender.
Blend that shit.
Blend that shit.
Doopy-doopy-doopy-doopy-doopy-boo. So you guys know that you guys know the rules. The rules is we're gonna blend that shit. These ones might be a little harder today. Some of them, I don't know.
Oh
see.
boy.
We'll see. Who knows? I don't. Meh.
I'll be the best blender that ever did
Number
blend.
1. A rival corporation has brought on an alien conspiracy, and it's up to you, the lone agent stranded in a world filled with several fictional fantasy monsters and roaming beasts, to overcome the natural hazards and survive in order to stop the corporation.
I have a question. There are 2 commas, so does that mean that there are 3 things blended or still just 2 things blended?
There's always 2 things blended. It's just the structure of the of grammar.
Okay, because the commas confused.
There have been multiple commas before.
Okay.
It's punctuation.
They confuse me today.
I mean, the second one could be Resident Evil. But, I mean, natural hazard? I mean, a biohazard would be natural? Question mark?
You're sounding a little muffled. Just a bit.
He says Alien Hunter.
Alien Evil. No, that makes sense. Let's see.
Rival corporation.
Alien conspiracy.
It's a rival corporation that brought on an alien conspiracy.
Oh,
you alone,
Team Rocket.
a lone agent stranded in a world filled with several
alien conspiracy.
Fictional fantasy monsters and roaming beasts to overcome the natural hazards in order to stop the corporation. The corporation. The corporation.
Village.
I'm thinking Team Rocket, but they have nothing to do with aliens.
They're also not a video game.
I beg to. I mean, they're in several. Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
struggling to get how you got Rocket from that.
Rival Corporation and Fantasy Monsters.
Okay. Kind of get it.
Final Fantasyville. Damn it. There's no aliens in Final Fantasy.
No.
Yeah.
Depends on which. Well, no.
Is this going to be like,
Hmm.
say, Aliens versus Plants Simulator?
Lee has an answer. Metroid Prime Hunters.
Oh.
Please no.
Oh.
I'd say this is
Fictional fantasy monsters. It's Village.
fictional fantasy monsters and roaming beasts.
Monster Hunt? No, there's no aliens.
It could be so many.
I think we failed this one.
I put-
Are
I'm helping you a bit. I put my cursor where it kind of splits the two.
I can't say it.
I can't see the cursor.
I can't say. Oh,
All right.
Stranded. Ark.
Death
No,
Stranded?
I'm saying this is where the two descriptions split, kind of like the two games. Not at this word. Well, I guess here is more like it.
On the O?
No, like
Oh,
right
agent?
yeah, like between
Okay.
these two words.
Yeah.
I used it like an apostrophe. I don't know why.
I am pulling up blanks. I am drawing all the blanks and cannot.
We're going to reveal this one.
Yeah.
Some of them are going to be harder this time.
We are stumped.
This was the answer.
Perfect dark
shit.
survival.
Yeah.
Dark Ark. I said Ark at some point.
I never would have got any of that.
Yeah, same.
I said
It makes
Ark
a lot
at
of
some
sense,
point.
but I wasn't anywhere near that.
All right, well, how about this one? Join other ex-police and try to rid the city of a crime syndicate corrupting a government, and do so by training your villagers and fighters to find and defeat, then conquer rival towns and civilizations, but make sure to offer your resources to your god to receive unique favors.
I think the second one. The second one could be black and white.
Could also have colors, but
Shut up. Ex-police.
Call of Duty Black Ops White. No.
Fighting Force.
Call of Duty Black and White.
Yeah, I
Call
really
it-
got the same vibe from that. You mean Fisting Force, right?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Fighting Force and White. Nailed it.
it's not black and white.
Okay.
It's a goddamn strategy game, and I don't do
God
that.
of War, Conquer, Command and Conquest.
There's Command and Conquer.
Train
There's
your
Risk.
villagers and fighters to find and defeat, then conquer rival towns and civilizations. But make sure to offer your resources to your god to receive unique favors.
Goddess. There's a mobile game that I love called Goddess. that is.
I don't use
not
mobile
what you're
games,
thinking
just
of.
so you know.
Those
I don't
aren't real
acknowledge
games.
them.
Yeah, they're not real.
It's real to me.
It's not.
I mean, that's probably why the snowflakes are like that. It's like it's
It's
real,
real to
me.
them. Yeah. 100%.
So was Santa once upon a time.
Wow, that is a hot ass take there, Alec.
You're welcome.
Wee, wee, wee.
Streets of Rage, black and white.
That don't blend. He's close though.
Close.
Okay,
But I
Streets of
already
Rage.
said it's not black and white.
Rage. Is there a strategy game with the word rage in it? Rage Against the Machine. Rage. Ridge Racer.
Streets of Ridge Racer Revolution.
I don't think we're gonna get this one.
Yeah, I don't think we. Yeah,
Man!
Really?
She's stumping
we're
us.
sticking with Fighting Force on the first one. It
Okay.
feels right.
Fisting Force feels right.
Lee has
doesn't it?
one. Lee has one of the games.
Oh well, so it's Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage.
Well,
Well, I said Lee was close and that it's not black and white, so I thought that was given, but I had to spell it out.
Rage.
wow,
Streets of
I guess I'm playing D&D again.
wow. I'm
Rage.
leaving.
I killed somebody.
Okay.
Rage.
Give another 30 seconds.
Rage.
Train your villagers and your fighters. Find and defeat and conquer rival towns and end civilizations. Offer your resources
Command
to your
and
god.
Conquer.
Receive unique favors.
Isn't
I
there
God.
like
love
a
this game.
civilization game that's like something with an R, like Republic or Revolution?
Streets of Rage.
Streets of Revolution. Revolution.
I love this game.
Oh, Risk? Streets of Risk? No.
I think
You don't
there's
get
no gods
don't
in
get-
Risk.
God, you don't get blessings from the.
the
There's no
Nazis
God in
give me
Risk.
blessing, for I have given you wheat and horses. Alright. I'm gonna reveal
Yeah.
this was one of my favorite games in high school. Streets of Rage of Mythology.
Oh.
Age of-
Never heard of it.
It's
Never
it's
heard
a
of
spin-off of Age of Empires. And it was really
Oh.
good.
Okay.
We're killing it.
Yeah, 2 for 2. Lead
Jazz is
civilian
killing it.
survivors with no military background in a besieged city to stay alive using tools and materials that you gather or craft. Maintain your hunger and health using until a ceasefire is declared or until you reach the end of the world and defeat the creature.
These are so hard.
This one's one of the easiest ones. Maybe.
Nah.
Actually, I think the last two are the easiest ones. Said I was gonna go hard mode today.
I told you to go medium.
No, that was for the other game.
Oh shit.
And I don't even know if I
Oh.
did that. No, I did. I'm willing to offer clues.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
I'll take
I mean,
a
like
clue.
by answering questions.
Well,
You may each ask me one question, which is not what is the name of.
damn it.
Actually, one of these games we have all played several times, and I know that for a fact.
Hmm.
Uh,
And the other, I have no idea because I haven't.
Oh, I think the first one's Minecraft.
Civilian survivors with no military background in a besieged city.
We do that all the time in Minecraft.
Half-Life Diablo.
They have to blendly, but also no. Minecraft may or may not be one of the games,
Hmm.
but it's not
Oh,
the first one.
It's the second one, yeah. It could have been either one, actually.
I put the
kind of.
the
Jeez.
end of the world with a capital E, but it's hard to tell with this font. But I put the end.
Ender. Oh, and okay.
Now I don't know if you've. Civilian survivors with no military background in a besieged city.
See, that's the part that stumps me super hard.
You have to use tools and materials that you gather. I think it's an indie game. It had a sequel. And I think it had like it had a sequel, and I think it had like a little baby mode too, like a little side or similar to like Left Behind for Last of Us, like one of those bonus game thingies.
Oh, Dead Rising, I think. No.
I don't know.
Oh no, it's an indie game, you said. Was it made by Ninja Theory?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Fuck.
You want the reveal?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're stumped.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This War of Mine Minecraft.
You haven't played it, Sean? I was
Mm-mm.
like, oh, Sean might have played this one.
I have played it.
I've heard
have?
of it.
I've never heard of this War of Mine.
It has this War of Mine, the little ones or
Mine.
something, and then it has a sequel.
It's shit.
Lee
I've never heard of this War of Mine.
nailed it.
Okay, this one you might get because. Okay, you play as a young boy forging your own path, performing deeds to gain respect or hatred from various ranks of groups, complete missions, and progress through the main story. But beware, as respect will gain you friends, whereas groups that despise you will attack you on sight. I love the name of this one.
Fable.
The games are pretty, like, just by reading the descriptions today, the games are very similar to each other, I find. Like, different, but I don't know, I feel like they're kind of similar.
Elder Scrolls.
Ooh!
No.
Damn it.
Oh!
Half right.
It could have worked.
Label.
You're half right.
I think the Fable is the correct part.
The Fable feels correct.
It's Animal Crossing. That's what we were saying yesterday.
Fable Crossing? What?
No, that's what we were saying yesterday.
Baldur's Gate?
No.
Damn it.
Oh.
You are still half right.
Fable.
You're half darkness.
So, wasn't there Fable Legends somewhere? Fable Legends of
Fable League of Legends. Fable League of Legends.
No. Because in League of Legends, respect still gets you shit talk. It's an online game. You get shit talk no matter what you do. People are dicks.
I don't know. I think that's what I got. I gave you what I had.
The game you've
That
talked
wasn't
about.
good enough.
It's a game you've talked about recently.
That narrows it down.
Fable Yakuza.
That you.
Fable Yakuza.
It's a game that Sean has gotten recently.
Fable Yakuza. Number 6.
Fable My Cry.
That I played recently, or I got.
I don't know if you
recently?
played it, but you got it recently. I remember you holding it as a show and tell at some point. Yeah, it could still be a lot of things. Sean
So
gets
many
games.
things.
Doesn't mean he plays it.
I feel attacked.
I give you 20 seconds. Or 30 seconds, because it was right at the 30 mark.
God damn it, Lee. That's not how that works.
I think it's an older-ish game. Not like super old, but
Attack you on sight.
Yeah, if they hate you, if they despise you, they will attack you on sight. But if you befriend them, they get you respect. But you still have to fight your way through the groups.
I got
No
nothing.
And
You won't skip.
Bull-
Meh.
I didn't get
Bully.
bully recently.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I remember it.
You did. It had like the insignia of the game of the school. You were talking about how you've been
It was
wanting
like
to
about a
play it
month
for a
ago.
while.
Or it was about a month.
Isn't
month and a half ago,
Fably
I
a
feel like.
super cool name? Just Fably.
Fably. Yeah.
Both the
Maybe
games
it's
are like
Fable.
both of the games are like you can either go good or bad, and it'll affect like how you play. It's pretty cool. Anyways,
I
last
mean,
one.
I played bully like
Okay, so you
a
have played it.
year ago.
Yeah, but you showed it like
But
within
you-
the last few
you
months. You
showed
showed
us-
it.
Yep.
Here we go. Last one. Last one. I'm hoping it'll be a little easier.
I remember because the case was
You
white. I
are
think.
The
alone.
case is not white.
I think it's blue. You are alone fighting against a decaying city while being hunted by an evil corporation's ruthless killer for trying to bring them down. And once caught, you will have to combat enemies and solve various puzzles aboard a space station to hack your way into an AI controlling the station.
Oh, I played this game.
So I think
What
the
was it
second one
called?
is System Shock.
Turing test. Oh. Hmm.
So is the second one Alien Isolation?
Could be too. There's AI in that? I don't know. Oh yeah, there's like androids, I guess.
Hack your way into an AI controlling the station. The
Sounds more
space
like
station.
System Shock. Against the decaying city.
And being hunted by an evil corporation's ruthless killer for trying to bring them down.
Resident Evil 3.
That's what it sounds like.
3 vol 3 vol.
Are you
Why?
making up your own rules?
And what?
Start merging whatever words you want together?
Resident Evil 3.
Jason X. Oh, Jason X popped into my head while I was typing this out. Actually, I was like, "Oh my god, what was that stupid movie?" Oh yeah, Jason X. It's horrible.
Resident Evil 3 Evil Within. I don't even know what that game is about, but I'm guessing Resident Evil 3 Evil Within.
What's the name of Resident Evil 3?
Nemesis
Resident Evil 3.
or Last Stand, depends where you are. Last Escape or Nemesis.
No, Nemesis. Okay. Nemesis. Sister.
Nemesis. Stars.
Oh boy. Fucking Nemesis sister.
We are family.
Get out
I
of
got
my
my
room!
Nemi sisters
Ha-ha!
with me.
Nemesis sister with me.
Citadel something? No. Sins of something. Simple.
I feel like Sean would have it.
Nemesis.
Siblings.
You are alone fighting the decaying city while being hunted by an evil corporation, the ruthless killer. We're trying to bring them down.
Nemesis.
And once you are caught, you will have to combat enemies and solve various puzzles aboard a space station to hack your way into an AI controlling the station.
Lee's got it.
In the darkness. Jesus. Jason?
Jason?
R-type Nemesis. What?
Come on, Sean. What's the first game?
Gran Turismo.
7.
7. It sounds like Resident Evil 3.
And what's the second game?
2.
But Jesus Christ. I meant in this. Fucking idiot. I'm kidding.
I mean, okay. Do you hack into things in Dead Space and Calypso? Whatever.
It's not Dead Space. I don't think that happens in Callisto Protocol.
Okay, let me go. Let me switch around a bit. Carmen, what's the first game in this?
Resident Evil.
Nemesis.
Freeville.
Yeah.
I'm saying Resident Evil 3 Nemesis.
I agree with Lee.
So
Say the full title.
Resident Evil 3 Nemesis.
Nemesis Shock.
Nemesis.
I had it. I had it from the fucking
I needed
beginning.
the full title.
God damn it.
What's the first game? The Resident Evil 3. What's the second game? 2.
I'm leaving.
Okay, listen. I could not find a picture, so I took one and I freaking cropped the shit out of that. It's a kind of like a fan made, but also like it's the face from the System Shock cover. And can you tell that I flipped Jill's head around? Because I worked hard not to make it look like that. I've killed her. Yeah, and that was Blend That Shit. I guess I'm not gonna do hard mode anymore.
What are you talking about? We did
not
amazing.
with this group.
Whoa!
I'm just kidding.
All right, let's do the new game I've done. So, Rotten Tom Egos.
Excuse me?
Did you say Russian tomatoes?
Oh, for fuck's sake! Rotten Tom Egos. Okay. And if you're wondering who the fuck that is Agent Tom from Dino Crisis. All right. Oh my god. So in this game, I took stuff from a website called Rotten Tomatoes, and I will read this. whatever. I will read the description of the film without giving away the title of the film. You guys tell me what the film is, and then you can guess what scores Rotten Tomatoes gave it. So, from the critic's description, Blank is an affectionately faithful adaptation that further proves its source material is ill-suited to the big screen. Audience description: Blank reboots the franchise with an action-packed installment that should satisfy fans of the games.
Oh,
Doom.
I know what it is. I'm gonna say it got. Are we guessing the name of the film too, or just the score?
You
name
gotta
of the
say what
film?
the name of the film.
Dune?
It's
Okay.
Resident Evil: Return to Raccoon. Welcome to Raccoon City.
Oh.
Yes.
That was in 2021.
Wasn't it? It's
I
not that
thought-
old.
Yeah, I thought it was more recent than that.
Well, I suppose it was like the tail end of COVID, so yeah. All right, yep. So well done. It is Resident Evil.
Dune?
It's not Dune.
Oh.
All right, and the clues were released in November 24th, 2021. Directed by Joanna Roberts.
Johannes.
No, I prefer my pronunciation. All right, so now have a guess at what scores it got.
I don't understand Rotten Tomato scores.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
give it a 30.
12.
Or what are we guessing?
56.
Are we guessing like critics or?
All right, so I'm asking for tomato score, and then I'm going to ask for the audience score, because those two things.
I'm going to say 56 and 76.
32 and 50. We'll go 60 because the audience is stupid.
42 and 81
All right.
because they're really stupid.
Wow.
Mind you, I enjoyed that movie, but still, yeah.
Okay, so I want you to keep in mind these scores, and especially when you work out what film 2 is. So, tomato score was 30%, and the audience score was 65%. All right, moving on to film number 2. If I can move on this. Okay. Critics' description. Nostalgia can only do so much. Blank. It is merely a handful of sketches threaded together without any semblance of a plot. Another critic said, yes, there are laughs, but they are sporadic, with a lot of jokes being regurgitated from the original. Clues are, it contains a cat, and it was released in July 4th, 2001.
Pet Cemetery?
Comedy horror.
Pet Cemetery?
Is it related to a video game?
Pet Cemetery.
It's a film. Didn't say it had to be a game related one.
I'm guessing Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, I heard you say Pet Cemetery. Yeah.
Is it Pet Cemetery?
It's Pet Cemetery 2.
It's Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing Cemetery.
I think it's wait. Scary movie. Whatever the newest scary movie is. Because yes, there are laughs. I feel like it's supposed to be a comedy.
That's a good guess.
A tale of two cats, two kitties.
Sean?
I agree with Scary Movie. That sounds right.
Okay, you're gonna have a guess which number, or is it epic movie, or is it an entirely different movie?
Scary Movie 2.
Scary Movie 4.
And Carmen, you're sticking with. Okay, right. The answer. The answer is Scary Movie 2.
Shit.
Right, now we'll have a guess what the tomato score was and the audience score.
I'm gonna stick with 42 and 81. I didn't mean to go poopy in your litter box.
I'm gonna go 65 and no. I'm gonna go 70 and 52.
Colin? If she's talking, I can't hear her.
Carmen, you're muted.
I'm so sorry. Well, I had a first answer that you never heard, and I said I want to change my answer, and I want to say 50 and 96.
Okay. Right, okay, so bearing in mind of what I said, the scores for Raccoon City thing. So, the tomato score for Scary Movie 2 is 14%.
Yikes.
Audience score is 52%. Meaning...
Lee wins.
meaning
Yep.
Yep.
Raccoon City was actually rated higher than Scary Movie 2. Now, who would rather
Wow.
watch Scary Movie 2 than Raccoon City?
Me.
Oh yeah, because it's a classic.
Me.
Unless this is
Oh, look.
Check the
prove my
fucking
point that
music
Rotten
room.
Tomatoes is ridiculous.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes has been the dumb since basically it started.
I have an hourglass timer now that times out 2 minutes if it's ever needed.
Okay.
What do we got next? Who's going?
I got a gam.
You got a gam?
I got a gam. Oh snap!
Oh, snap!
Oh, snap.
Oh snap!
Snap.
So I've changed the rules a little bit here. So rather than just showing you a portion of a, I'm still gonna, but rather than only showing you a portion of a screenshot or a picture from a video game and trying to get you to guess the video game, I am going to show you. I have a picture, so I'm going to show you a section of it, and then you get to guess. After this guess, everyone can guess, or you can guess together. But after an official guess has been put in, if you're wrong or if you want to skip to the next picture, kind of like what we did yesterday, Carmen, I have 3 pictures, and it's basically a zoomed out, and a zoomed out of the same section, but it's getting more of the big picture. After those 3 frames, it's going to be the reveal. So you get 3 guesses. You can skip your guess and go straight to the second picture if you want, but see what you can do. See if you can get it in the first picture. All right?
Halo.
That's just no. That's Gmod, loser.
Oh, fuck.
All right, here
Oh,
we go.
snap.
Oh snap!
Get the hell out
Just
of
keep
here.
in mind that
Final Fantasy X.
keep in mind that the more zoomed in they are, obviously, the more blurry they will be. That's purpose.
Final Fantasy X.
Remember, you all have to settle with a final decision.
I agree. That's a good guess.
I don't know.
Because that looks like Lucas Stadium.
Lisa's
Biomutant. Yeah, it could be that too.
It could be a Pokemon. No, it couldn't. Never mind.
Right, I was going to say it kind of looks like an anime drawing to me, so I was actually going to think it was Pokemon.
A side note: when we were playing this yesterday, the first picture that popped up was a foot, and Shayla goes, "It's Resident Evil 4 because that's Leon," and she was right.
Wow.
That's
nice,
what she's
nice
talking
job,
about.
Shayla.
She
Jesus.
recognized
is
Leon by
wild.
his foot.
She's got a foot thing going on.
Oh no.
Yeah, I agree with Final Fantasy X. That seems legit.
So is that the decision on the first guess?
I guess
Wow.
so. Two
Alex-
against one.
What did you say, Alec?
I was saying it's a Pokemon game, but it's 2 against 1, so we'll go with Final Fantasy X.
That's
Okay.
either Luca or Basad.
Eh.
No?
You
Oh,
son of a
okay.
bitch.
God damn it.
Go Veronica.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed.
Chris catches a fucking fish.
Yeah.
That fish looks like a tower, though.
Chris is the real tower.
Is it a fish or is it a tower?
Is it a fish? Is it cake?
It's Chris
Is it
fishing.
Ashley?
Is this the final decision?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh! Oh!
Ding, ding, ding.
God
Yeah, I
damn
was
it.
like, they won't get it by the first one, but I think as soon as I zoom out, they'll see it's a fish. Yay! All right, picture number 2.
Oh. Somebody's somebody's got ink.
Fallout? Maybe-
Horizon.
It could be Horizon.
Just going from the circle button. And like Horizon.
Horizon. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess let's go Horizon.
All right.
Yes. Last of Red Dead Redemption. Oh, no.
It looks familiar.
It's a game that features the ability to skip content via the circle button.
Thank you.
Shayla said Tomb Raider.
Why do I
Last
get
of Red Dead.
Oh, man, simulator. 2.
Before you get up.
why do I get the horrible idea it's something to do with Village?
It's not Village.
Tomb Raider.
It could be Tomb Raider. I mean Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with Tomb Raider.
Either that or is it a Plague's Tale?
I don't think
No.
so.
Because they're in like the 1700s or something. They would not be wearing like cut off leather jackets.
And
I
have
think.
tattoos.
Or elaborate tattoos.
I mean,
yeah.
tattoos.
Yeah, they've been around.
Yeah.
I say Tomb Raider.
Do we have to have the
Lock
same
in.
answer?
I mean, you have to lock in an answer. Yeah. I mean, if you want to each answer something different, I guess I could accept that.
I don't know why I want to say Last of Us because I don't know a whole lot about that game, but I'm going to say. Actually, why would you be wearing cut off arm things when there's zombies around? So I don't know, maybe not.
I mean, why does Jill run around free and fucking skimpy
Last
shirt?
of Us.
Why does Ashley exist?
Listen.
Why does Jill wear a fucking jumper around her waist and never put it on?
Because it was a warm night in the cold city of Raccoon.
Daylight. All right, I'm gonna stick with Plague Tale.
So Tomb Raider, Plague Tale, and
Last of Us?
Last of Us.
Looks like Gandalf.
God damn it. Fucking
That looks like
Outriders. Shit.
That looks like Ian
McKenna.
Sir Ian
Put your fucking
Mc something. Patrick Stewart's friend,
fuck
Sir
outta here.
Ian McSomething, Magneto.
being a creep.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck
It's
out of
Sir
here.
Ian
listening
Magneto.
intently, Sean.
Ian McKenna.
McKellen, yeah.
Are you locking your answer in, Sean?
Yep.
I'll go without Sean's thing because I have no clue.
I have no idea. I just think it looks like Ian McKellen. Outrider.
Out the right there.
You're like my staring at him while he's talking and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's good.
We got to go back to that game.
Yeah.
My subtle way of telling you that.
It is good game.
Number 3.
Is that a goddamn loot box?
Orange box. No.
The thing makes me think
Overwatch.
of like the
Orange
sticks.
box Overwatch. I don't know.
It's a real game. You can't be making up titles in this one.
Orange
so you
box
know.
is a real title of a
Yeah, but
collection
Orange
of
Box and
games.
Overwatch, I don't think are the same thing.
Lisa's fancy lighting simulator.
I never said I was nice about these.
It looks kind of familiar.
Yeah.
It does not look familiar to me. I am not feeling any kind of familiar.
No?
Wait, should I?
I don't know. Do you want to take random guess? Do you want to go to next picture? What do you want to do?
I say
Is it a
next.
fucking backpack from PUBG?
I say next picture.
That's what inspired me, Shayla. Next picture?
Yeah, next picture. You suck.
Except for Leon's foot, right, Shayla?
So it has windows.
I still think that orange stick makes me think of those 90s like sound stick things.
Fortnite.
Shayla says The Sims.
This one's brutal because I can't get anything from that.
Lee says Wheel of Fortune.
It's not a bad shout.
Halo.
Before they gave up.
Before they gave up.
Or after they gave up, actually.
Yes.
Shayla says
Family
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 Feud.
Feud.
That's a good guess.
I like that.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah. That's a good choice.
3 for Family Feud.
Yep.
What?
How far was it?
169. Nice.
Nice. Help, I was abducted.
My 2 Karen, Steve, and me.
What?
Yep. That was the name of my family. Anyways. Number 4.
Oh my
That
god.
is spaghetti on a
Did
plate.
someone take a shat?
Oh, shit.
It's a dirty plate.
Family
Why is there a
Feud.
dirty plate?
Resident Evil 3 remake.
Before they gave up.
Octodad. I don't know why.
After Jill gave up.
After Jill gave up.
I don't know. I see spaghetti sauce and whipped cream.
I think it's Jill's messy ass apartment.
It's got to be ketchup, man. Jill's messy ass apartment. I'm glad that you put apartment.
Why?
Messy
Why?
ass.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, they're both true.
Cooking
I
Mama goes
don't know. I
bananas.
need a new one.
Anybody want to lock in any guesses?
I just want to say Octodad because I don't know why, but I want to say it.
Yeah, I could see that being Resident Evil 6. Sticking with 3.
You're sticking with 3.
Yeah.
Shayla's saying 6 because there's food everywhere.
I'm gonna say 7.
7.
7
I'm
because
saying
they throw
none of
food
them.
everywhere
Yeah.
and stab each other.
Yeah.
And Shayla and Carmen says
Octodad. It's not a horror. It's too bright.
What if I say one person might be correct? And skip to the next picture.
I'm sticking with 3 remake. It could
That
still be
might be-
6.
Yeah, that could be Jill's nightmare when she wakes up in the apartment.
And the ketchup is spilled.
She still has to do the dishes.
It's her worst
That'd be a nightmare
nightmare.
to me.
Jill doesn't do dishes.
Yeah, I'll go with 3 then.
She just set her apartment on fire. Oh!
Yep.
Yeah, 3.
Yep.
Sean immediately
so
with the ketchup.
It's so bright. It's not dark.
Of
and
all the
scary,
goddamn
it's
pictures
just-
in Resident Evil 3 remake.
I found the ketchup
You suck.
immediately in that game. Cat's in the fridge, pizza's half eaten, ketchup is almost all gone. All right, the last
Ketchup
one.
in the fridge.
The last one.
Hmm.
They're friends.
Dead Space.
Hold hands in the bathroom.
That's the
Whole
rule.
weenies in the bathroom. Fucking Fallout.
You know what? Last of Us.
Is this like Ellie's cave painting of her and Joel?
Yeah. I'm sticking with The Last of Us, I think. Maybe. Perhaps.
Last of Us?
I'll stick with Fallout.
Fallout.
Yeah.
Beyond
I
Two
got nothing.
Souls.
That's a good guess, Lee.
I'll go with Lee's guess because he's usually
All right. Picture number 2.
children's zone.
Killzone.
I don't know.
Jesus. I just immediately thought of this girl from the Disney Channel on Try Not to Laugh. Say what you will about pedophiles, but at least they drive slowly through a school zone.
What?
So familiar.
I got a facepalm from Carmen. It's like the best, worst joke ever.
PUBG.
PUBG.
It might be.
Shayla says Left 4
Shayla
Dead,
says-
and also Oh My God, Jazz. I could hear that. I could
That's
hear
the
it.
expansion. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Jazz.
Jazz!
Because on one of the maps there is a school, so yeah, it might be PUBG.
It's true. So what's the lock-in?
PUBG.
Hubga?
Yeah, we'll go with
PUBG? All right. Eh.
Bully.
It
Bully
is the
final
goddamn
answer.
Last of Us. Son of a bitch.
Oh, what?
I knew it. I had
The
it to
bully
begin
free
with.
zone, Sean. What's your language?
She's
I
the
was going to
bully.
say bully final answer, but
It's
Sean
a
seems to
bully.
recognize like that hand or something, so fine. Bully final
It's
answer.
weird. Zoomed in, the wall almost looks like cartoony.
It's true.
So is this the reason why they did another remaster for this wall specifically?
Yeah, all they remade was the wall.
Yeah. So it was I really wanted to go with these little stupid drawings because the bully free zone is really dumb. But initially I was gonna go with this random ass scary drawing on the wall.
Oh no.
Wow.
Because it's so scary. But then like I would have zoomed out with absolutely nothing but glass and plastic television.
You should have picked
landfill.
the remake.
Oh,
Wow.
it's not out yet, idiot. That was Oh Snap,
Oh, snap.
where I almost fooled Sean twice. Chuck it.
Can't believe you've done this.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are my games. Sorry to
Well.
take so long.
No, it was good. It was good, but we skipped the rest because
Ooh.
we're almost at 3 hours. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, and we'll do the rest next week. So this has been. Wait, I'm not ready.
Oh.
I'm not ready. Calm down. Okay, I'm ready now. This has been episode 222.
Whoa,
200. 222. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you enjoy the podcast or any of the content at the Ward, please consider helping us grow by sharing our content, liking the video, and subscribing. You can also support us through patreon.com/thewordproductions to get exclusive content. Have a great week, and we'll see you in the next episode, everybody. Bye. Have a good week.
Get fucked. That's not creepy at all.